Hello, ho, ho, yeah, welcome back to another part of the action RPG game dev, game showcase, game devlog, however you wanna call it. But yeah, welcome to another part. Yeah, and this will be a short one because we are looking at the user interface I implemented in my action RPG and how you can organize or implement a user interface if you are doing an action RPG. Like always, first I show what I implemented and after that how I implemented it. And yeah, I'm using Python and Pygame, but yeah, there are many other languages or methods how you can use it. This should also work for C++ and Java, but not as with an editor, but more like hard coding it. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the user interface. And yeah, because it's all in development in a really early alpha stage, you see at the top three buttons. I guess the interface will be full of buttons when I'm finished, but I implemented three buttons here. This one is kind of like a skill tree where you can increase attributes based on certain points you have. The next one is the overview of your current skills, power levels, and all sorts of things. And the last one is the inventory, also containing the equipment. What you keep in mind, and that's kind of the only important thing, when you implement your camera, the main game loop, you always do stuff like you have certain layers where you do the lighting. For example, here I have one layer for the objects, each object, and then another layer which kind of calculates and represents the shadows, the mist, and the fog, however you call it, fog or mist. And the second, and these buttons are out of or are not affected by that. So for example, they don't use the camera, they will always be blitted, and they react on mouse movement, as you can see here. For example, I draw two buttons, one when the mouse is on it, and one when the mouse is not covering it. Here you see it at best with the inventory button because I added some blood for test issues, some blood on the backpack. Yeah, and when I click on it, what also is important, you can see it here. I can close it with the close button. Everyone has a close button, but yeah, I didn't place it properly. I have to do that in later workarounds. And yeah, we can even collect some items, and I can show you how I did it with the inventory. We have a simple inventory. In the next video, I will get more to the items themselves. But yeah, we have an inventory with items, and we have an equipment on the right side. And yeah, if I click on an item, a variable named item container will kind of take the item, will contain it, and after I click on a spot where the item can be stored, the mouse container will drop the item to the spot. Here it is a spot of the equipment from the inventory. By the way, I made the inventory that he always opens two inventories. Most of the cases he will open the inventory and the equipment. But you can also, in later instances, for example for trading, I will also use the inventory when I start a trade, but the second inventory will be the trader's inventory, or when I open a chest, the second inventory will be the inventory of the chest. So always keep in mind, if you organize functions, you should always not open one inventory object, but two. And here it is the equipment. And that's basically it. Here again, I implemented two buttons for the skills. Later I will do more buttons where you have more variety of how to skill your character. Yeah. I wish you wonderful. That's it. I have no outtakes, I guess. I wish you a wonderful evening, dinner time, night time, whatever time it is in your country. One of the shortest video. Can I do anything? Can I show you anything else? Because this is so short. I'm thinking next video will be around the level, how I built the levels itself. I forgot the code. Yeah, I'm stupid. So let's move to the code. As you can see here, I organized it like that. Can you even see it? Yes, you should be able to see it. Here I have my game file and I put the interface class. If you do it in Java or C++, you can use your file with an interface and you will have much more files than that. But in Python, this is the interface simply. The inventory and all sorts of that inherited from the interface. We have I loaded a lot of images from the buttons. Here's the inventory. And when I click on one is when you open it, the one function, I have another inventory, which is usually none. And yeah, if not other inventory, he will open the player equipment by default. Here is all the stuff. I won't tell you anything about each line because this doesn't make any sense and this video would took hours. But yeah, what else? Here we have the mouse container. Here's a mouse container. Something here, the variable is declared, and here, for example, if the self mouse container contains something and the slot container here is empty, from the mouse container it will transfer to the slot container in the inventory, and this all happens if you click somewhere. He loops for the slots if you collide it with a slot, and then he decides what to do. Pretty simple, pretty logical. If you remove an item, of course, the slot I guess it's self-explaining. Here I have the equipment, then I have the shard menu, which is the attribute menu. Then I have the buttons. Of course, you should always use a class with buttons. The exit button is a subclass of the class button. The skill button is also a subclass of the button. Skill button improves your the player values, so it should have an extra class. And yeah, that's probably it for today, I guess. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comments. You can also ask what you want to see next regarding the game. I will now try to improve certain stuffs in the game. We'll start working on the game, and this was kind of the warm-up I did for today's day. Yeah. Again, no outtakes. Unfortunately, I love to play outtakes after it, but yeah, not today. See you. Bye-bye.